Goldberg. Da-na-na. Da-na-na. Da-da-da-da-da. Goldberg. 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 Come on, guys. It's fine. It's fine. It's going to be okay. It's going to be okay, I promise. We're going to make it, guys. We're going to survive. WrestleMania is still going to come. You're still going to watch. You're not going to cancel your WWE network. You're going to watch SmackDown tomorrow because you're really interested to see what just happened. Calm down, guys. I mean, Goldberg is the Universal Champion. Brock Lesnar is the WWE Champion. We got two guys that are almost a century between the two of them combined as our top champions in WWE. Now, before you say anything about AEW and why you switched to them, Chris Jericho's 50 years old too, so shut your mouth. So, I mean, I don't want Goldberg to be the champion, but actually, you know what? I don't even care that Goldberg is the champion. What I care about more is that Bray Wyatt lost in Saudi Arabia, just clean, nothing. That's what I care about. I don't care that Goldberg is the champion going into WrestleMania. WWE is going to sell tickets. They're going to do what they have to do to sell tickets, get sponsors, and have a successful WrestleMania. That's what they're going to do. My daily forget to turn the light on. So, I mean, it's hard to be but so mad at WWE for me. You might say you're boycotting WWE. I'll see you tomorrow night. You're going to watch SmackDown. It's fine. I think that's stupid that people say that people even go that far. It's really not that bad. Come on. It's a fake wrestling show. It's a scripted show written by creative writers. It's okay. Bray Wyatt is fine. He is selling a ton of merchandise. He is signing a ton of autographs. The crowd loves him. He's over. He's on TV every week. He gets promos almost every single week. Bray Wyatt, Bray Wyatt's fine. He's okay. Don't worry about him. He's a happy man. I would be honored to fly to Saudi Arabia on $1 billion contract by WWE to go out there and lose to a legend in this business. I don't care how old he is. If I'm Bray Wyatt, I'm okay with that. The problem lies in the fact that they have built this man up to be probably the best character gimmick, if for lack of a better term, probably the best gimmick that WWE has seen since, I don't know, ever. Think about it. Since The Undertaker or Kane, it might be since the 90s. WWE hasn't done a lot of great gimmicks in the 2000s. They've had a lot of great characters, but it was people. It was John Cena. I'm just using him as an example because I know it'll piss you guys off some more. But it was actual people being exaggerated versions of themselves. It wasn't Bray Wyatt playing this monster fiend character. And I don't think this character's dead. He's going to fight John Cena at WrestleMania, guys. He's probably going to beat John Cena at WrestleMania. So why are we so upset? I don't know. I just think we're overreacting. We're just doing too much here. We're little got our panties in a wad. We need to calm it down. You know what I don't like is the way I'm gonna take this microphone and put it back on my table, because I've got this arm, you can't even see it, but I got this boom arm that moves the mic, and it's really cool. But I want to be able to talk here, because the mic says it's designed to be talked into right here, but maybe I could turn it. Could that work? Does that sound better? Yeah, that sounds better. All right, that's how we're gonna do it. Again, we're doing backstage editing during the video. But the problem is not Bray Wyatt. I mean, it's not Goldberg winning the championship. That's really not a big deal. He did it 2 years ago. He squashed Kevin Owens. The problem is that I wanted Bray Wyatt to be the champion at WrestleMania. They've been building him up for this moment, making him unbeatable, so then when he does lose at WrestleMania, it's okay, but I don't know. So here's the thing. When Goldberg did this exact same thing to Brock Lesnar, yes, we did want that to happen, whereas this time we didn't want it to happen, obviously. But when he beat Brock Lesnar in this same way, Brock was just fine, and he got his win back a year later. So, I mean, it's fine. I'm not going to panic, guys. It's okay. You know what I did enjoy? The 2 tag team matches on this show were really entertaining. Miz and Morrison defeated the New Day to win the SmackDown tag team titles, and Rollins and Murphy retained over the Street Profits. You know what else I enjoyed? Bayley versus Naomi. And I can't stand Naomi. I do not like her. She is not anywhere close to one of my favorite wrestlers. And they put on a great match. I mean, Naomi got a ton of offense. Bayley countered it, and then they put on a great match. I mean, good job, ladies. Good job, tag teams. Those 3 matches were really entertaining all the way around. So, bravo. You know what I wonder? I'm back to editing on behind the scenes again. I wonder if I can tighten this. And then loosen it. And then turn it in there. And then tighten it again. Will that work? How about that? Oh, yeah. All right, we got a setup. We're good, guys. We got this. We're good. Is that it? That sound good? Good? Hello? Hello? So, yeah. I just think that Super Showdown as a whole, you want to know what the biggest problem with this show was? It had nothing to do with the main event. The biggest problem in this whole show was that Brock Lesnar squashed Ricochet. Why? Brock Lesnar has put on his best matches against little guys. Think about CM Punk. Think about Daniel Bryan, Finn Balor. He has put on excellent, great, I think AJ Styles at Survivor Series. This man has put on great matches with smaller athletic guys. And you just go out there and squash Ricochet? What was the point of even building him up? Why did you even put him in this match? You could have done Lashley or, someone else. Watching Brock Lesnar squash a guy half his size is not impressive. So now if Drew McIntyre beats him, I'm like, wow. Brock beat Ricochet and then he lost to Drew, so who cares about Brock Lesnar anymore? If he would have beat Bobby Lashley or someone big, and if you're going to do a squash match, now if you would have gone out there and done a 20-minute great match, then yeah, that's fine. I was fine with Ricochet losing. The problem is the way you booked the match, the way you did it. I know you're trying to make Brock look strong for WrestleMania, but that's not the way to do it. If you were going to do a squash match, you should have done it with Bobby Lashley. You should have done it with, I don't know, anyone that's large and, can look good next to Brock Lesnar, and you think they might have a chance. The thing that makes Brock Lesnar matches entertaining against smaller guys is not to watch Brock kill him. It's to watch, you don't think they have a chance, and then they make you believe they have a chance. And then Brock fights them off in the end. That's what we wanted to see. Nobody thought Ricochet was going to win the title. Who thought that? The problem is, we wanted to believe that Ricochet had a chance, and you never gave us that belief. All you did was go out there and squash Ricochet and set him back to plan A, to the beginning of the back of the line. You built him up all this time. You put him through that gauntlet match. You did all this stuff, and then you just put him in the back of the line. It's annoying. That's what I do not like about this crap. Goldberg is your Universal Champion, guys. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do to stop it. He's your Universal Champion. And you know what? He's on a plane right now, getting back to wherever SmackDown is tomorrow night, and he's going to go out there and be on SmackDown, and you're going to watch it. And you're going to want to know what's coming up and what's going to happen at WrestleMania, because you're a fan and you're going to watch it. So do not say that you're going to cancel anything or that you're going to boycott anything, because you're not. You're just going to go bitch online, then something else is going to happen, then you're going to bitch again. I hope if, God forbid Matt Hardy leaves and goes to AEW, that he ever becomes anything. If you guys say it's good, then you're a hypocrite. God forbid Luke Harper shows up in AEW. The man is 40-something years old. You got to keep this same energy, guys. Chris Jericho's in his mid-50s, I think. He's in his 50s. I want to say it's mid-50s. He's the AEW champion, and he's getting more TV time than anybody else. Why aren't you mad about that? Kenny Omega hadn't done shit since he got there. It's just, you can be mad about things that happen in wrestling, and you can be mad about, but give WWE credit. The reason you're mad is because they made you care about The Fiend. WWE did that. It wasn't anybody else. It was WWE building up a character and making you care that he lost. And now you know what? You don't like Goldberg, and you want to see somebody beat him at WrestleMania, and when Roman Reigns beats him at WrestleMania, you're going to cheer. And that's what they want. They knew if Roman Reigns beat The Fiend at WrestleMania, the crowd would probably boo him out of that stadium. So not only is the crowd going to cheer when Roman spears and pins Goldberg and wins the Universal Championship, they're also going to cheer when Bray Wyatt beats John Cena in the biggest match of his career to this day. You're going to cheer for that too. And you know what? Goldberg versus Roman Reigns and Drew McIntyre versus Brock Lesnar are two matches. They're going to sell sponsorships. They're going to sell tickets. They're going to sell network subscriptions. They're going to make money for this company. Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns is a big match. That is a wrestling fan's dream. But WrestleMania isn't about the wrestling fans all the time. It's about everybody. We can get those dream matches at Survivor Series, at SummerSlam, or any other time. We don't get those at WrestleMania. You guys have got to accept that. Look back in the years. WrestleMania has become bigger than what it started as. If today was 2001 and WWE was as big of a company in 2001 as they are today, and they had the pressure of the sponsors and the networks and everyone else on their back like they do today, if Twitter existed in 2001, Stone Cold versus The Rock would have never been the main event of WrestleMania. If the WCW, if WWE bought WCW right now, every single star would show up the next night. Goldberg would have been there. Sting would have been there. They would have bought every contract out because it's about the money. Back then, they didn't have the money to invest in that kind of stuff. But Stone Cold and The Rock would have never been the main event of WrestleMania 17. It would have been Stone Cold versus Goldberg, and it would have been The Rock versus Sting, or The Undertaker versus Sting, and The Rock versus Hulk Hogan again. Or before it happened. And you would have never gotten that 5-star classic between Rock and Austin. We would have had to wait until SummerSlam. So you guys have got to realize that WrestleMania is not what it used to be. WrestleMania is the one event of the year. That weekend, all of it is WWE's chance to grab new eyes and bring them to their product. Or grab old eyes and bring them back to their product. If somebody that hasn't watched wrestling since 1998 comes in, 98 might be a little far away, since 2002 comes in, and they see that Goldberg and Brock Lesnar are in the main event of WrestleMania, they're going to care about that. If they see that Roman Reigns versus Bray Wyatt is the main event, you know what they're going to say? They're going to say, I don't know who those guys are. I guess, it's cool. I'll just skip WrestleMania this year. I don't really recognize any of the people. Oh, Undertaker's in the mid-card. Cool. These guys come back because they want to sell matches. We're talking about Undertaker versus AJ Styles, John Cena versus The Fiend, Roman Reigns versus versus Goldberg, Brock Lesnar versus Drew McIntyre, and guess what? Probably all of the young guys are going to win those matches. The only one that might lose is AJ Styles, and that's because he's fighting The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Guess what? Everyone else has lost to The Undertaker at WrestleMania. Everyone besides Roman Reigns and Brock Lesnar. There's been like 23 people that have lost to The Undertaker at WrestleMania, so why would you care that one more loses? Bray Wyatt's going to win. He's going to beat John Cena. Roman Reigns is going to beat Goldberg, and you'll probably be mad about that too because you just want to be mad. You're going to say he faked cancer because you're a dumbass. Guys, when I read Twitter, when I read Facebook comments, when I read other people's pages, I lose faith in the wrestling universe. I really do. I lose faith. But when I read my page, RC3 Entertainment on Facebook, I posted just a funny post like, are we going to freak out that, sorry, I'm just moving stuff around because that's what I do. Are we going to freak out that Goldberg won and overreact, or are we just going to wait and see how it plays out? You know what you guys said? You guys joked back. You guys implied that we're going to overreact online because that's what wrestling fans do, but you said it in a joking way because you know how ridiculous that is. And that's what I love about you guys. We can be wrestling fans. There ain't no 2 million critics out there that want to go online and bitch every time their little fanboy doesn't get their way. Watch the show, guys. Come on. I mean, we don't watch freaking... you don't watch Game of Thrones and get pissed off every time something happens. You just watch the show, and then you can talk about your opinion on what happened. You can be mad about it, but you don't say you're going to quit watching Game of Thrones because your favorite character died. There's still a story to be told. There's always still more story. WWE never ends. There's always a story to be told. If you keep the title on Bray Wyatt forever, just to have him lose at the biggest stage of them all, and now he gets to win against one of the greatest wrestlers of all time at WrestleMania, That's great. It's okay. He'll get past this one match. It was 3 minutes of his life. 3 minutes that we will bitch about for a week, and then you'll forget it ever even happened. After tomorrow's SmackDown, when Cena comes out and sets up his match and gets interrupted by The Fiend and gets laid out by The Fiend, you're not even going to remember that he was champion. That's over. The championship is done. Goldberg's the champion now. But now, instead of Bray Wyatt laying on his back while Roman Reigns spears him and wins the championship from him, he gets to pin the greatest of all time in WWE. He gets to pin John Cena. Come on. Now you're going to bitch at me because I said Cena was the greatest of all time. Well, guess what? As far as WWE Superstars is, he's up there. He's top 4. Flair, Rock, Cena, Austin. I mean, I said Rock. Flair, Taker, Cena, Austin. I just made that up. I have to think about it. I have to think about who's the greatest of all time. Flair's the greatest of all time. Cena's up there. The problem with you guys, and I say you guys, I'm just generalizing the wrestling community online. You guys aren't wrestling fans anymore. You've lost that. You've lost that passion. You've lost that desire. You are no longer a wrestling fan. You're just a critic that wants to come online and complain. So if you're one of those, I'm sorry. You're never going to enjoy WWE. Just go watch AEW because apparently no matter what they do, it's good. They have booked Kenny Omega like complete shit, and he's the reason that you started watching in the first place, but everything they do is still good. Their women's division is a fucking disaster. But you still say everything they do is good. I love AEW. Personally, it might be my favorite show of the week, but you know why? It's because they are my favorite show of the week on a week-in, week-out basis, and they're 2 hours long, and there's only one time that I have to see those characters every week. I take that back. I like NXT. I like Wednesday Night Wrestling. It goes back and forth. NXT, AEW. But Monday and Friday night are the nights that wrestling was built off of. I say Friday nights, but, SmackDown. Those are the nights that made us wrestling fans. So you can watch or not, but don't say you're going to stop watching. And don't go to a comment and say, this is why I stopped watching. Because they booked a match in 2020, that's why I stopped watching in 2015. How stupid is that? You know how many people I saw online on Reddit and Twitter today saying, yeah, this is why I quit watching wrestling, because Goldberg is the Universal. What kind of sense does that make? You're saying you quit watching back in 2003 because Goldberg won the Universal title in 2020? You're a freaking idiot. You guys, this internet wrestling community, I know I've said this online before, but I don't think I've said it on the show. The reason I got started this whole page was 2 reasons. One, to talk wrestling with people online, because that's what I love to do. 2, to try if I can just change one person's mindset. That this negativity, this toxic environment, this crappy online presence that wrestling fans tend to have, if I can just change one person's mindset to just be a fan again. Just be a fan. Tell me your opinion. Tell me what you would have done differently. But at the end of the day, you're a wrestling fan, and you're going to come back tomorrow night, and you're going to support whatever they do. Just because you didn't like the result of a fake wrestling match, you're going to quit watching? What? You know how stupid that sounds? Just stop. Stop being an idiot. That's my problem. That's why I started this. If I can change one person's mentality that this is a toxic environment online and that this is not what we want to be doing, then I'm happy. I'm good. because this is the way that y'all act online is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, and that's why I make so much fun of you guys on my post. If you ever see me commenting on other pages, I make so much fun of wrestling fans because of how stupid they sound when they do stuff like this. It's so weird. Like, why do you guys act like this? So weird. But anyways, that's enough of my rant for the night. It's been 25 minutes. I'm going to sign off a little bit early tonight because I'm tired and because I've said my piece. I've said what I got to say. I'm going to change the title of this as a rant on the IWC or something. Whatever. You guys, I'm just as mad as the next person that Goldberg squashed Bray Wyatt. What I'm not mad at is what they're going to do in the future because you know what? It hasn't freaking happened yet. I'm going to tune in tomorrow night. I'm going to tune in Saturday. I'm going to watch AEW. I'm going to tune in Monday. I'm going to watch Raw. I'm going to tune in Tuesday and watch whatever they have on. NWA Power, AEW Dark. Tune in Wednesday, watch NXT and AEW. Tune in Thursday and watch whatever I want to. Tune in Friday and watch SmackDown again. Tune in Saturday and watch nothing. I'm going to watch wrestling for the rest of my freaking life. And I'm not going to boycott WWE. So stupid. Shut up. Anyways, I know that's not you guys. I know I'm preaching to the choir. Choir? I'm preaching to the choir. I'm preaching to the choir because you guys, from what I've seen on Facebook, from the interactions I've had with you guys aren't that way. That's not how you act. You guys know that we're wrestling fans, that we're here for the ride. I'm not here for the end result because you know what? Wrestling never ends. I'm here for the ride. So with that being said, whether you agree with what I said or not, let me know. There's a like button and there's a dislike button. So let me know if you agree with my rant or if you're pissed off at me. I don't care. Let me know with that like button down below. Hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed what you heard here today. www.rc3entertainment.com. Hear all my opinionated pieces in writing. Patreon.com/RC3ENT. Go out there, support the channel. Let's make some money. And I'll give you some benefits too. Twitter.com@RC3ENT and Facebook @RC3ENT. Thank you guys so much for watching. I love you guys. I'm not mad at you anymore. I'm over it. I've said my piece. I've said my 2 cents. You can fuss right back at me in the comments. You can fuss at me on Facebook. You can fuss at me wherever you want. I've said my part, and I'm over it. It's okay. We're done. I'll see you tomorrow night for SmackDown. This has been Rob, and RC3 Entertainment is signing out.